Karobi me Gokula Hari Bakati Vinoda Toya Gokula Dhan Rakobi Kesava Koda Tojatan Goda Premananda, beautiful.
It's like a Kartik song.
Something. Yes. Hare Krishna. Surrendering my soul unto you has lifted from me the burden of false pride. No longer will I try to provide for my own safety.
I know that you will give protection to your treasured possessions, O Lord. I now understand the mentality of your treasured cows, safely maintained by your side.
When you laid your herds to pasture, O Madhava, on the banks of the Yamuna river, you will cut to them by sopping bloody on your plough.
By slaying great demons such as Aghasura and Bakasura, you will always provide for protection, O Kara Gokul.
Jesus and confident of your protection now drink the waters of the Yamuna.
The Kaliya serpent's venom poisoned the Yamuna's waters, yet that poison will be vanquished. You will purify the Yamuna, and by such heroic deeds enhance our faith.
You will surely protect me by swallowing the forest fire. Thus you are called Gopal, protector of the cows, and Govinda, the pleaser of the cows.
In order to curb the malice of Indra, king of the demigods, you will protect me from his torrents of rain, O lifter of the mighty Govardhan hill.
When the found that Brahman
Abducts.
abducted me along with your covenanted boyfriends and colleagues, then also you will surely protect me, O Gokul Hari.
Bhakti is now the property of Gokul, your holy abode. O Kesava, kindly protect him with gentle loving care.
Hare Krishna. Joy. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So, we've been singing these beautiful songs of surrender. And thinking of that wonderful substance. And yesterday we finished this fourth chapter, the confidential reasons for the Lord's pastimes. Why is this doing that? For the Lord's appearance, the confidential reasons. So we heard many confidential slokas, but now this chapter is finished. And we know those three the primary confidential reasons that the Lord appeared as Mahaprabhu, don't we? Because of the power of devotion, ultimately. It was devotion who called him, and it was devotion, the heart of Srimati Radharani, what he wanted to taste. So, the triumph of love. And now, chapter 5 of the Adi Leela, we're going on to safer ground for us with the glories of Sri Nityananda Balaram Jai Nitai. Jai Nitai. So we're happy to be going on. And I think Mahaprabhu, Krishnadas Kaviraj is still setting the scene. We thought we were almost there at the end of the last chapter, because he's saying, so he's decided to come, and he sent Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra and Sri Advaita, all his family members are starting to appear in Navadvip and around, ready for him to come. But we're not quite there yet. We're still having some foundation prepared, some foundation to go forward in the book. So now the foundation is the strong, powerful foundation of Nityananda Balaram, this personality, who we're going to hear about now. So Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanja Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, so text 1. Vande Nantadbhutaishvaryam Sri Nityananda Mishvaram Yasya Chaya Tatsvarupang Agyanapi Nirupyate. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. Agyena, the ignorant. Even a fool can understand his identity. So there's hope for us, for me, by his will. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanja Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Esat Shloka Kahila Krishna Chaitanya Mahima Pancha Shloka Kahi Nityananda Tattva Sima. He says, I have described the glory of Sri Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses. Now in 5 verses, I shall describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. So those 6 verses in the first chapter, then Kaviraj Goswami spends a long time, chapters, elaborating on and showing what they mean. So now we've come to Lord Nityananda's Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitya Deha Shri Balaram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the fountainhead of all incarnations, and Lord Balaram is his second body, Dvitya Deha, his second body. Eka Isvarupa Dohe, Bina Matrakaya, Ajya Kaya Vyuha, Krishna Leelara Sahaya. They are both one and the same identity. They only differ in form. He is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. So what do we hear? We heard that he's same but different, as they say. He looks different, but it's actually the same Krishna. Se Krishna Navadvipe Sri Chaitanya Chandra, se Balarama Sange Sri Nityananda. That original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya, and Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. Shankashana Karuna Toyashai Gobodashai Cha Prayodishai Sheshascha Yasyang Sakala Sanitya Nandakyarama Sharanam Mamastu. May Sri Nityanandaram be the object of my constant remembrance. Shankashan, Sheshanaga, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and portions of his plenary portions. And this verse was recorded in the diary of Sri Svarup Damodar Goswami. So that was what was in his notebook. Sri Balarama Goshai Mula Shankashana Pancha Rupadhari Karena Krishna Rasevana. Lord Balaram is the original Shankashan. he assumes 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. Apanakarena Krishna Leela Sahaya Shishti Leela Karyakare Dhari Charikaya. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna, and he does the work of creation in 4 other forms. Shishyadika Seva Tara Agyara Palana Ch.Ch. Rupakari Krishnera Vivida Sevana. He executes the orders of Lord Krishna in the work of creation, and in the form of Lord Ch.Ch. he serves Krishna in various ways. Savarupa Asvadya Krishna Sevananda Se Balarama Gaura Sange Nityananda. In all the forms, he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. That same Balaram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Lord Gaura Sundar. Saptama Shlokera Ata Kari Chari Shloke Yate Nityananda Tattva Jani Savaloke. I have explained this 7th verse in 4 subsequent verses. By these verses, all the world can know the truth about Lord Nityananda. So that's good. Maya tite vyapi vaikuntaloke punaishvarya shri chatavyuha madhye Rupam yasyudbhati shankashanakyam tang Shri Nityananda Ramam prapadye. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Shri Nityananda Ram, who is known as Shankashan, in the midst of the Chatavyuha, consisting of Vasudev, Shankashan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. This is another verse from Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami's diary. Prakritira Paravyoma Namadham Krishna Vigraha Yaiche Vibhujadi Gunavan. Beyond the material nature lies the realm known as Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. Like Lord Krishna himself, it possesses all transcendental attributes, such as the 6 opulences. Saravaga Ananta Vibhu Vaikuntadi Dham Krishna Avatarera Tahani Vishrama. That Vaikuntha region is all-pervading, infinite, and supreme. It is the residence of Lord Krishna and his incarnations. All-pervading. Because we think it's like up there, don't we? Or to Pluto, turn left, go for a few billion miles, and it's there somewhere. But it's, we use these terms. This is the branch of the tree again. We use these terms, but actually, Vaikuntha is all-pervading. Hare Krishna, if we have the eyes to see. Tahara upari bhage Krishna loka khyati Dvaraka Mathura Gokula Tri Vidhatve Shtiti. In the highest region of that spiritual sky is the spiritual planet called Krishna Loka. It has 3 divisions, Dvarka, Mathura, and Goloka. Savopari Shri Gokula Vrajalokadam Shri Goloka Shveta Dvipa Vrindavananam. Hare Krishna. Shri Gokula, the highest of all, is also called Vraja, Goloka, Shvetadvip, and Vrindavan. Sarvaga Ananta Vibhu Krishna Tanu Sama Uparyado Vyapyache Nahika Niyama. Like the transcendental body of Lord Krishna, Gokula is all-pervading, infinite and supreme. It expands both above and below without any restriction. So you could say, I'm going to Vaikuntha that way. You know, if Narada Muni was here, he could say, I'm going to that way. Hare Krishna. It's these words like transcend, Adokshaja and Achintya that we use all the time, but if we actually think what they mean, well, we can't. Inconceivable, unknowable, beyond imagination even the furthest reaches of our imagination can't scrape the bottom of one atom of that transcendental world, transcendental plane, transcendental reality, whatever you want to call it. So Gokula is all-pervading, infinite and supreme. It's above, it's below, it's expanding without any restriction. Brahmande prakashatara krishnara ichaya eka isvarupatara nahi duikaya. That abode is manifested within the material world by the will of Lord Krishna. It is identical to that original Gokula. They are not two different bodies. Chintamani bhumi kalpa vriksha maya vana karma charma chakshe deka tare prapanchera sama. The land there is Chintamani, touchstone, and the forests abound with desire trees. Materialize, see it as an ordinary place. Materialize, see it as ordinary. Prema netra deke taha swarupa prakasha gopa gopi sange yaha krishnara vilasa. But with the eyes of love, of Godhead, one can see its real identity as the place where Lord Krishna performs his pastimes with the cowherd boys and cowherd girls. See, the secret ingredient, this substance that we're aspiring for, or aspiring to aspire for, I guess. Chintamani prakarashad mushukalpa vriksha Lakshavrite shushurabi abhipalayantang Lakshmi sahasya shata sambrama sevyamanam Govinda madi purushang tang ahang bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, yielding all desires in abodes built with spiritual gems and surrounded by millions of desire trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Famous verse from Brahma Samhita. Long purport here, many pages. Hare Krishna. Mathura dvarakya nija rupa prakashya Nanda rupe vilashaya chata vyua haina. He manifests his own form in Mathura and Dvaraka. He enjoys pastimes in various ways, by expanding into the quadruple forms. Okay, we'll have a couple more verses, then we'll move to the revealed truth, because we haven't read revealed truth in a few days. Vasudeva Shankashana Prajumna, Vasudeva Shankashana Prajumna Aniruddha Sava Chatavyua Angsi Turiya Vishuddha. Vasudeva, Shankashan, Prajumna, and Aniruddha are the primary quadruple forms from whom all other quadruple forms are manifested. They are all purely transcendental. They're all coming from Balaram, Krishna's first expansion, same but different. Tina Loka Krishna Kevala Lila Maya Nija Gana Laha Kea Ananta Samaya. Only in these three places, Dwarka, Mathura, and Goloka and Gokula, does the all-sporting Lord Krishna perform his endless pastimes with his personal associates. Only in these three places, Dwarka, Mathura, and Gokula, does the all-playful Lord Krishna perform his endless pastimes with his personal associates. Okay, so we'll leave that there for now, because then we're going to start hearing about some of those expansions of Lord Nityananda. Everything good? Any questions? Any comments? Prabhu, you thought anything pop up? Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll bow down to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and all our divine guardians, Gurudev. And then we will leave Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita for today, and we'll go to the beautiful book of the talks of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Swami Maharaj, this Amnaya Tattva, revealed truth. So much just in the name, Amnaya Tattva, coming to you, if it chooses to, revealed in the heart through the affectionate connection with and service to the Vaishnava. So, let me just see, it's been a couple of days. Oh, the last little section we read was called Proper Conception. And there Gurudev talked about Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and the person who was trying to copy him and was just, outwardly trying to copy him. And Guru Maharaj saying it's like a lady just groaning and screaming and pretend like she's having a baby, but other things need to have happened first for that baby to come. And then, and talking about the devotees. So the last last sentence was, this is a very hard but also very clear example for us, that pastime of that person imitating Gaura Kishore. If we are sincere and actually want to satisfy Krishna through our devotional life, then we will always try to serve him under the guidance of our Gurudev in the association of sadhus. Bang. There, Gurudev saying. Okay, now the next little section is called Following versus Imitating. That's what it's called, this next section. We must approach Krishna and chant his holy name in the proper channel. There is a systematic way for us to proceed in our spiritual life. Adau shradatata sadhu sangata bhajana kriya tato nata nivritti shat, tato nishta ruchistata. From the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. First, firm faith in Krishna consciousness is necessary, Shraddha. Through our sincerity and Shraddha, we will get the association of a proper sadhu, not an imitation sadhu, of which there are many. If we do not serve a real guru or a real Vaishnava, we will be cheated sometimes. A real sadhu serves Krishna 25 hours a day. There's a typo here, it says 24, but it's 25 as we've heard. A real sadhu serves Krishna 25 hours a day, and through a real sadhu's association, our faith, service attitude, and devotional property will increase. We will be inspired by the sadhu to serve Krishna 25 hours a day. But Srimad Bhagavatam instructs us that we should not immediately serve the Lord in the same way that the sadhu does. Ishvaranam vacha satyang tataishva charitam kvachit tesham yatsva vacho yuktam buddhimangsta samacharet. From the Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Do not imitate what the sadhu does. A sadhu may do something that is helpful for someone in a higher stage, but not helpful for someone in the lower stage. Sadhu Sangha means trying to practice our spiritual life under the guidance of a sadhu. Sadhu Sangha means following the instructions given by the sadhu, not imitating the sadhu's behavior. And the next little section is called Love and Affection, where everything comes back to, everything begins and ends. If someone can properly follow the sadhu's instructions and proceed under the sadhu's guidance, then they will be engaged in bhajana kriya, real practicing spiritual life. Through proper bhajana kriya, we will come to the stage of anatta nivritti, the removal of our unwanted habits. In the stage of anatta nivritti, our hankering for mundane things will leave us. Our senses will become controlled, and our conditioned nature will be removed. Anatta nivritti will not happen, however, unless we proceed in our bhajana kriya with strong faith, love, and affection. For anatta nivritti to come to us, love and affection for other practitioners is necessary. Practicing life is suffering life. Practicing life is suffering life. Practicing life is not an easy life. If we do not have love and affection for other practitioners, it will be too painful, and we will not be able to proceed successfully. There we go. If we do not have love and affection for other practitioners, it will be too painful, and we won't be able to proceed successfully. Why should we suffer? Why should we suffer more than we already are in this mundane world? Why should we be humble, be tolerant, give honor to others, and make everyone our friend? In this way, we can proceed happily in our practicing life. Someone may come and abuse us. Oh, you are Vaishnavas, you are very bad, you are doing this and that. But we will not be influenced by their comments if we have love and affection for our practicing life and other practitioners. Someone may make comments, but we will proceed systematically through sincere and chaste service with love and affection. And we heard from Maninja, I think it was Maninja, he was there, I wasn't there, but one of Gurudev's servitors from the veranda had gone to Gurudev saying, I can't take it anymore with this other person, you know, it's some clash. And what do you expect Gurudev to say? Gurudev says you have to tolerate. And that devotee saying, I am tolerated, but still like... And Gurudev saying, yes, but you have to tolerate with affection. So, you know exactly how that is. We are in search of that, how are we to do. Have you got something to do?
No, I was connecting with how exactly that is, and
right.
how exactly to do that is something that we
right.
have to search.
That's our... This is called sadhana. This is the sadhana. Getting up in the morning is not really the sadhana. Any of these things that we think is the sadhana, and it's part of that. But going through life is the sadhana, really. Our daily life and how we will be, and how we will see, and how we will digest, and how we will react in this way is how do you tolerate with affection? That is, we can all, contemplate that. That is the ticket to a successful spiritual life. We want to go to anatta and vritti. I mean, it's low down in the list of stages, but it's a huge thing. And what did it say? And your material something will leave you. What was it?
Understanding that all the devotees are gurus.
Yes, right.
Sons also, and if you have love for the guru, love his dog also.
Yes,
Everyone.
yes. Love his dog. Exactly. And Gurudev's saying that in that when we heard that clip, when we listened to Gurudev's voice, and that's how he begins. He's talking somewhere. It was in Russia, I think. And he says, I am surprised at all the affection you have for me. And whether you are my gurus or disciples, I don't know. He says like that. That's Gurudev's actual vision. And Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur introducing this word Prabhu, which means God, basically. I mean, they refer to the deities as Prabhu, or to the divinity as Prabhu, Master. But his Saraswati Thakur's vision that my disciples have come through the grace of my Gurudev to help me in the mission of propagating this Nam Sankirtan. So very beautiful vision. And this is absolutely right. This Tatenu Kampam, that's it. It extends certainly to the devotees. That everything that comes to me is first passed under the affectionate, attentive eye of my dearmost friend. There is no chaos in the environment. There's no anarchy in the environment. It's coming to me perfectly for my forward march. Including the people in my life, and every situation has come for that. It's we've heard that the spiritual life is to turn the material into the spiritual by the power of love and devotion. It's not about dying and going to another planet, or to, relocate into Aberystwyth or something like that, or anywhere really, or Hillahom, or anywhere, or Wagga Wagga. If we only could move to Wagga Wagga, I'd be right, But it's about consciousness, Krishna consciousness, really. So and that's why it's the greatest, to move from where I am now to a servitor, a real servitor of that. We have to bow our heads in Guru Maharaj refers to it as it's audacious. It's an audacious project, really.
Die to live.
Die to live can only be through die to live, actually.
Live the anattas, and one attend things and get good qualifications.
Yes, yes. And really become the dog of our, these are all the, we sing in every day, make the words of this, Shri Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya Chitetiko. Make the words of the spiritual master one with your heart, not just something rattling around in your head, but actually our full heart. That's what I want, that's who I am, and that's how I'm going to try to be. And if I mess it up, I'll just get up and start again trying to be that. It's the most, to be a devotee is an inconceivable thing, actually. It's just a wonderful, inconceivable thing. But we have the connection with devotees. We do. We have a connection with the devotees. So, and it's the most important thing in our lives, and we have to understand that. And all the rest that goes with it. This life is short. You don't know how long you've got. It's not. Nothing is certain. It could all be finished today. So to take it, the Shastras imploring us time and time again, this human life is very important. If you've got some great fortune amongst all the billions of trillions of living entities, you've got something so profound and so rare and so wonderful, then wholeheartedly pursue that. Not half-heartedly, not three-quarters-heartedly. Don't try and save a bit of, this, don't, just throw it all into that fire. Die to live. All goes fast, all go into the fire. That's what we want. We have to keep trying.
Who does not worship Lord Nityananda's lotus feet is committing
Suicide, yes. Exactly.
Losing their life.
Losing their life. This is the cutting words of Lochandas Thakur. He doesn't mince his words. He says it like it is. Or knowingly drinking poison. Knowingly drinking poison. Now you've been offered this nectarian world of dedicated love and affection. But anyway, we know we just want to pray that we can continue in this attempt. Continue in this... Okay, I don't think I'd finished that section. I think we just got... It's almost finished, though. Or maybe I did finish it. Oh, yes, we did. We did, sorry, I'm just... Okay, should we have one more? Okay, it's not too long. It's called Beyond Maya's Jurisdiction. Beyond Maya's Jurisdiction. If we engage in our spiritual practices of chanting the holy name, serving the sadhus, cleaning the temple, doing parikrama of the temple, and so on, with the desire, these are all just the things that we're doing every day, the normal everyday things of spiritual life that we sing, in the Vande Guru, Sri Charanaravinam, dressing the deity, cooking for the deity, cleaning the temple, all these things. If we do these things, and we go on with these things, with the desire to fulfill the instructions of our guardians, Sadhu, Guru, and Vaishnava, with love, affection, and faith, then anatta nivritti will automatically come to us. That is real, exclusive, devotional practice. And thereafter, the stages of nishta, firm service, and ruchi, taste, will come to us. Until the stage of ruchi, no one is in a safe position. There is still possibility of falling down. During the stage of bhajana kriya, we cannot say someone is really qualified. And even after the stage of anatta nivritti, when material attachment has gone, we are still bound by the reactions of our previous sinful activities. Only when Ruchi comes is everything cleared. Maya thinks, aho, I must run away. He is not under my jurisdiction. When Ruchi, loving attachment for the Lord's service, comes into our heart, then we will be safe. Rasopyasya parang jishtva nivartate, from the Bhagavad Gita 59 sloka of the 2nd chapter. When we come to the stage of Ruchi, we will feel, oh, this is very beautiful, and without this, I cannot live. When such taste will come to us, we will be fully situated in devotion. Then all the auspicious symptoms of bhava, priti, prema, and so on will gradually appear in our heart. There's a little side thing that says, seeing the supreme, a wise soul's taste for the mundane disappears. In this way, we understand the teachings of our Guru Maharaj and Srila Saraswati Thakur. Serve Krishna, serve Guru, serve the Vaishnava, and serve the mission of our Guru Dev. Guru Dev gives us service that is satisfying to Krishna, and Krishna is satisfied when we serve Guru and Vaishnava. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. We have to serve with love and affection, everything to be done with love and affection. That love and affection will get us through things. And that if it's not there, we won't. It'll be too much. So really, in every way, that it's the temple of love and affection. Guru Dev's temple is the temple of love and affection. Service to Guru, Vaishnava, and the devotees. And so we're praying for that. Oh, I should put a marker in this book. Okay, let's sing Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Someone, you want to sing it? Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha. Jai Sabadakachishi Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ju ki Jai Jai Shila Bhakti Nimacharya Maharaj ki Jai Jai Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Jai Shila Bhakti Rakshida Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Shila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Jai Shri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai Jai Shri Sarvabhauma Shri Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai Jai Shri Rupa Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai Srila Krishna Ras Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai all the West London devotees ki Jai, all the East London devotees ki Jai, all the Colombian devotees ki Jai, all the Venezuelan devotees ki Jai, all the Australian devotees ki Jai, all the Netherlands devotees ki Jai, all the world devotees ki Jai. Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Jai Guru Dev, Jai Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.